Shizzy with the Xbox here. Hey, it's me, L1, L1, the philosopher. Link here with a great pile of mine.
Oh, it's Astronaut H, man. I'm here. Let's talk about it. Let's do what we do.
It's been a while. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties for like a year.
I don't know.
but we're back. Not black. Well, we're black, but we're back. To finish Saved by the Bell, aka Good Morning Miss Bliss, Saved by the Bliss. Get this season out the way and do the rest of the series. Keep it more consistent. My apologies. All right. Now that we back, it's been a while. So H.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. So we did these episodes before, to be real with you, and they had a lot of problems. It was choppy. I couldn't use them, so we had to re-record them. But now we're back here to be stronger, better than ever. All that goofy stuff. Let's talk about the episode. This episode, what's the title of this episode?
The Showdown, right?
The Showdown. This episode is based off a special character, Deke Simmons.
That was the first. Yeah.
So
a villain to the show.
Exactly. So we're gonna talk about the show. Then we're gonna break down the storylines and what we like about them. The show is a win column, all loss for the season. Currently, right now, I'm at 4-1. H is at 3-2 when it comes to this.
So.
Exactly. So let's see how this starts. So first, it starts off with Mikey, right? Saying what the psychopath means. Is it psychopath?
Yeah, like Miss. Yeah. You hear Miss Bliss narrates usually like she do in the beginning of every show. She narrates something. She said a little soliloquy. Soliloquy.
Yeah, I think she was saying more like you judge somebody if you never seen them, right? Was it like that?
Yeah, something along that line.
Yeah. So Mikey already said this person who's coming. This is the nicest thing I heard about him. And then the show starts, and Deke walks into class, man, and he gives you that.
If you know anything about it was the whole mind, it was the bully aspect of this particular episode.
Yes, it's pushing the whole storyline. So Deke comes in, he's not I guess he gets up and talks about himself, and he just says, "My name is Deke." I think that's it, right? Sits down.
She said, "Say a little." Miss Bliss says, "Say a little bit about yourself." He said, "My name is Deke."
Exactly. He just sat down. She said a little.
Well, that was a little bit about yourself.
Exactly. So it starts that way. That they have a little quiz, and at the end of the class, she asks him about his paper, and he's being a smart aleck right away. You know what I mean? Is this your paper? Does it say Deke on it? Do you have Dekes in your class? So it's like, whoa,
yeah.
Oh my man, don't be talking to Bliss like that.
But you know what though? When I watched this episode and I seen that, right, and I seen the dialogue between Miss Bliss and Deke, it was like I knew that even though I seen the episode already, I knew just a refresher. I kind of knew, even not watching it before, I kind of knew where this is headed. I kind of knew. Exactly. You could get the gist, basically.
No, I definitely agree. So they set the tone, so you already know he's a troubled character.
Right.
So it's not just he's trouble with the kids; he's trouble with the adults.
Yeah.
So after they show that scene, they go into this side story. That I don't know how I felt the first time we watched this episode because the finish is too bad. But it's Lisa and what's her name?
Mickey. Mickey.
Is it Mickey? Her name Mickey?
Yeah.
Nikki, right?
Nick.
Mickey? I think it's Nikki. I thought you said Mickey. Oh, my bad. It's been a minute. We back though. We're gonna wheel it back in. All right.
I'm gonna say Nikki.
Yeah, we're gonna go with Nick. Nick sounds good. So Nikki and Lisa is doing a play that comes out of nowhere. They setting up a play. She's the lead actress of the play.
Well, the art teacher sets it up.
Yeah.
Nikki is the one who wrote it.
Exactly.
And Lisa is starring in it. Yeah, exactly. Lisa is starring in it.
And they having disagreements. She's supposed to be a forest ranger, and she just wearing she's wearing a dress and everything.
She's wearing an evening gown. What is that?
Exactly.
That is Lisa. That's Lisa Turtle.
Yeah, she's consistent. Lisa Turtle. Yeah, so she's already this. So they're going through their thing. You're not taking a character seriously. I think the character should be like this. So they're going back and forth. So now we get the storyline with them two, see how it's going to work out later. So we're going back to the Deke storyline, but from Miss Bliss angle, right? So she's trying to find out what's up with this kid. She goes to Mr. Belding, asking him about his file. My man pulled out a Bible with the First and Second Testament. I'm like, what? This is his file?
Yeah.
And after the 100 pages get repetitive. So he's been in and out of 8 schools in the last 2 years.
So again, like I said, if you know anything like about like bully episodes of TV shows, you pretty much know where this is going, right?
Exactly.
Like Facts. You know where this is going. So we fast forward to Screech and Deke.
Yes, they're in the bathroom. This one, I guess when he down the partnership, right? He wants a partnership with Screech that, hey, Screech do the homework and he's going to turn it in. You know, Screech like, yeah, 50-50. I could see we going there. Screech trying to get out of it saying he's a bad student, but he just got the 100 on the quiz we seen in the beginning.
Yeah.
Deke ain't trying to hear it. So now he's bullied into doing Deke's homework.
Yes.
Well, and he said he does it to every school he's been to. And again, like I said, he's been to 8 schools in the last 2 years. So this kid is already.
Look though, right? You know what? I'm gonna add that at the end because this is something they took from this season and added to the rest of the show.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. I definitely want to hear that.
You just had to pay attention.
Yeah. So they go and I guess she's giving out the grades for their homework. And Deke walks into class and she's like, Deke, I thought your name was spelled like D-E-K-E. Like, he like, it is.
D-E-K-E, yeah.
Yeah, he's you spelled it D-E-E-K. And then like he looks at Screech like, bro, you about to catch these hands, bro. I'm like, you.
He did he like, how you like, he like, bro, like you legit spelled my name wrong.
Yeah, we just talked about this, bro. Like I already look dumb, now I look dumber. And then apparently he only got like a D.
He got a D minus.
He got a D minus, and
no, he got a D plus, and Screech got a D minus.
Yeah. So that's the funny part.
Yeah.
So Screech is nervous. He said he can't work under pressure like that. I think he wasn't trying to hear it, right? It was just straight up.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to.
I'm going to catch you later. Yeah, I'm going to catch you later. So, how you feel about how Screech handled this? Like, I mean, like you're saying, he doesn't work under pressure.
That goes on into the rest of the episode because you got to remember after this happens,
the lunch
he
scene,
brings it up. He brings it up to Zach.
So in the lunch scene,
at the lunch scene,
this is kind of odd because Zach and Mikey, right? They kind of just Mike. They just sitting there, relaxed, calm, doing anything, and he's letting them know like, hey man, this guy is bullying me for the homework. Zach like, well, we got like Zach don't care. Trash movers kind of come out.
Here he come. Here he come.
They kind of just say it's really you got to make him not want to be with you or be around you or something like that, right?
Yeah.
He said, well, how can you help me? He like, well, what is in it for me? And it's like, damn, Zach, like your friend about to get. They make it up at the end of this episode, but he's trash right here. Like, yo, you gonna do something for me? So he offered him some other things, but $10. They land on $10, and I should look up what's $10 in like the 89, because that's probably like. It could be like
it was probably like $100.
Yeah,
probably like 100.
It could have been like you get some nice money for that.
$100.
You still have like penny candy stores, nickels. Like you could rack up with $10.
Yeah, $100 was $100 was a lot of money back then.
Exactly. So it's like he's gonna do it for the 10. All right. So they shake on that. Then it goes into this. Somehow it was Lisa and Nikki. Now it's Milo and the art teacher.
Yeah, having a disagreement about the stage, having a disagreement about the whole process of what's going to happen.
Because you have these fake trees that I'm guessing she's going to have to nail to the stage, because that's how he's
nail to the floor. Nail to the floor. So that was an issue.
He comes in hot. I mean, I don't even know how she knew she was there, but you already know the pipes has ears, so he probably heard that and ran like, oh, what's up with these trees? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, he was a little perturbed about the trees.
Exactly, man. He was really then he had a little pun in there, like she said she the one who created this whole play. She needs this whole idea, but I was here when they built the stage.
Yeah,
I even gave it a name. Woody.
Yeah, like, but again, they was giving him these little side. Episode, they was giving him these little side stories.
Exactly. So he could stay in the show. He could be there. He could have some purpose. So Miss Bliss comes in, I guess talks to them too, right? Talks to them first, like, hey, y'all need to compromise. And they try to figure out. Then he said a joke about, well, maybe you should call it the desert, something except for the forest ranger, call it the desert ranger. And he said, because you can't nail sand to the stage, and she said, well, I'm going to glue sand to the stage.
And then Miss Bliss was like, I'm 0 for 2.
Exactly. And then she had the kids, and the kids right after that they was going to add it again, and she coming up. I guess the side character of this episode is Conflict. So she's like, y'all gotta compromise. And Lisa wasn't trying to hear that. She just said,
it was a lot of conflict.
She said a rude, I forgot what comment she said, but Nikki's like, I can't work with this girl. Like, then they break off, and like I say, Miss Bliss, like, I'm over too, like it's not working. So now we got Trash Morris trying to help out Screech, right? Walks up to Deke. I'm like, hey man, Screech is basically the John Jones of our middle school. Like the man knows jujitsu.
Oh yeah, he told Screech could beat. Yeah, he could beat up anybody. He could. The last person that tried to do. Yeah, the last person that tried him, and painted this whole picture like Screech is this big bad person, and Deke was like, oh
bad. Now I actually felt sorry for that, boy.
Yeah, but I was starting to feel sorry.
Yeah, now he can fight. It is what it is. Now he's trying to trash him.
I'm a pound on him now.
Exactly. Of course, Screech come out. Hey, Zach, how'd you do? And Trash Morris like, well, I got some good news. You don't got to give me that $10 now. And remember, your brother always wanted his own room. Like,
oh yeah, he gonna be an only brother soon.
Exactly. Screech is being bullied. He don't know what to do. He needs to hide. He needs to run. So he chooses the locker. All right, so he's inside the locker. Zach is helping him drink a orange juice with a straw through the locker. Girls come up. This is the end of the school day. Girls come up, basically like, "Yo, Deke is looking for Screech. It's about to be bad." So they sitting there, they talking about it, what he gonna do, what he can do. Then that's when Deke just run around the corner, ready to see him, ready like to give him these hands. And then who comes and saves the day?
Miss Bliss. Good old Miss Bliss.
Actually, sorry. Before that,
wait, they do the Belding thing first.
Yeah, Belding walk out.
That was funny because Mr. Belding walks by and all the kids like Mr. Belding. He like, hey kids, and keep
it walking, bro. After he knew about Deke being a bad kid and everything, he like, man, I ain't gotta deal with this, man.
I ain't gotta deal with that.
Exactly.
No, that was funny. It was funny. I like that.
Cause they're like, we saved. They're like, nah, you not, bro. You not.
Nah, you not. Not with nah.
Exactly. So now with Miss Bliss, now we come about to beat up Miss Bliss. Do come and say today, told like, yo, get him my classroom, get in there and tell Screech, is you okay? And Screech has this pride comes up that we didn't know he had before.
Yeah,
he felt like, look, I was gonna get beat up, but you stopping him to help me makes me even look worse. And I'd rather take the beating and keep it moving than now look like I need to be saved. That we didn't see that coming. That came out of nowhere.
That came out of left field.
Yeah, like now I ain't gonna lie. Today they probably be like, yo, that the masculinity and these men they teaching these kids. I don't know, but that's what
I don't get it. But like it could be a different picture painted, at that time.
But he had pride, and he should, like he's saying, like if I do have to get this whipping, I wanted to be on my terms. If anything, I could handle, right? So Miss Bliss go in the classroom. And we have the main conflict of the show. What's wrong with Deke? He's going back and forth. She said, you can't fight people like that. You can't do this.
Right.
And there's this speech all the time. He's like, let me guess. You say you're going to really want to help me. She said, you heard the speech before. Yes. People never care about me or such and such. So she already knows what's the problem. Like you said before, we've seen these type of shows before. She knows what's the problem. So she sets it up. She gives him a list of all presidents that he has to do a report on. He has to choose the presidents from the list. I think he says Abraham Lincoln. She's like, he's not on the list.
He ain't on there.
George Washington, not on the list. I think
not on there.
Could have said said another name.
Thomas. I think she said. I think he said Thomas Jefferson.
Exactly. Like not on the list. Now
who's on the list? Who's on the list?
Uncle Ben,
Betty Crocker, Uncle Ben,
and I forgot the last, but let you know, like that's her grocery list. So now she knows you can't read, and a lot of his problems is coming from he can't read, and then he ended up saying he was teased, he was bullied.
Yeah, where's
going to the program, so he has to be the bully.
Yeah, Miss Bliss was like, "Where are your parents?" He was like, "Who you think told me not to?" Yeah, who you think told me not to read?
Heavy, like like they don't care about me. And he's just going through different schools, nobody caring about him. But she wants to care. This is the point of Miss Bliss in the character. She wants to help this man grow. And then hearing what happens later kind of messes this whole storyline up. Because she wants to help him. He can't see that right now. She's leaving. You can't go through like fighting. And you might actually be successful. It's possible. You could be rich and famous. And somebody might write your story about your life. But the question is, who's going to read it to you? I'm like, Miss Bliss killing.
That's deep. That's
the
deep.
Next scene, this is what it showed to me, crashes.
Trash and burn.
Yeah. She goes right into the office building to let them know, look, here's the problem with him. We can help him.
Read.
Oh yeah, we're gonna transfer him.
We transferring him anyway.
Yeah, anyway. Yeah. Well, but these are the issues. That's cool. But so it's like, oh man, like so she can't actually help him. And at the time you're like, okay, she can't help him. He don't want to get help. Whatever it is, what it is. And then like the next scene, I think it's Screech saying again how he at lunch that how he has to do this on his own terms.
Mm-hmm.
He has to get it over with. Then telling them, telling Zach.
It's all the friends.
Mikey about
Zach,
it. Yeah, all the
Lisa, they all in the hallway.
Well, that happens right after that scene. So in the scene, you got Lisa talking to Nikki, finally getting back to friends.
Resolution,
I feel like they was reading something. They was reading something that's saying the importance of a director and the importance of an action.
Yeah, and Lisa,
they both said we need each other. Yeah.
Yeah, Lisa came to the conclusion that she didn't want to be in the play no more. She wanted to be a producer.
So like they still friends. They got back to like their friendly ways, and that's when like you see Screech walking out with Zach and Mikey, and they all meet up. And he knows. He's like, look, man, he has to let it happen. I think they're trying to talk him out of it. Maybe go home. Or
because when they all in the hallway, Deke comes and they all line up in front of Screech.
And that's the best part of the episode. So it makes it takes Zach, because Zach is the first one to do it. So when basically let's go in the bathroom. No, I guess that was nice. He didn't want no crowd, I guess. Let's go in the bathroom and we can do this. Zach steps in front of him like, you have to go through me.
Mm-hmm.
And then and that's when I think Mikey if he said only you, then he said and and that's when Nikki said and me, and Lisa stood right in front. I went, now that's what we need, right? Now we got the friendship, and then that's when Screech like, I have to do this on my own.
I gotta do this on my own.
Exactly. I have to be my own man, and I have
not smart, but
it's not smart because the friendship is there. It should have been like, okay, too many people, let me get out of here. That he's protected, but at least show the friendship part, and then I guess you have to handle your own problems. But it was a good scene. Of course, we go into the bathroom. That's when like things get real. So
things get real.
Yeah. So Screech, I guess, is telling them like, hey man, like I gotta like some little dental work, bro. Like I got my teeth filled, feeling. So can you like not really hit here? Maybe get a little the bread basket hit down here. And he like, I never, really beat nobody up who had exactly. It's interesting. Yeah. Then he kind of like, you kind of weird. And he like, hey man, beating me up is one thing, but assaulting me, man, that's
another.
Like you don't know how it is for people to laugh at you. That triggers me deep. He like, I do know how that feels, and you don't really know that much about me. And people laugh at me. Like, people don't laugh at you. They look at you. You're the man, something like that. And he like, well, I can't read. Then he like, well, how come you ain't laughing?
Mm-hmm.
Looks at him like,
there's nothing to laugh at.
Yeah. It's like, then he like, you messing this up. You supposed to laugh so I could beat you up.
So he
can feel justified of how he beating him up.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't feel like causing any violence. He's he's taken back by it, and he just tells him to leave before he changed his mind and he tells him to leave. And then of course Screech like, I'm gonna take that any day. Zoom, I just stays left. So he runs out the room and everything. Beforehand, what's up with Screech fighting technique? What was up with the whole
covering his face he said that was
hilarious though.
I got dental work done.
That was good physical comedy. I'm thinking like, oh, that was like he had this new Philly shell shuffle. It was kind of weird.
Philly shell, like Frasier.
Exactly. So we get to the climax of the show. He goes up to Miss Bliss.
Yeah,
he needs help. He's taking the first step. This hurts because we know he's being transferred.
I said,
the idea. It's a good show, but she might can help him off camera. But the idea is, well, if
you know anything about these shows, he's not a long lasting character.
He's not. But I feel like they could have done a different class.
Regardless if he would have been at Bayside or anything, he would have been gone regardless.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, like, let's keep it real. He's being transferred hurts more. He could have just went to the visible hallway in Boy Meets World, bro. We don't know where the people went. They just showed up years later. Like he could have went down there. He could have popped out the graduation episode.
A character like Deke is like, he has too much staying power, because it's like You already know he can't read.
Yeah.
You already know he's a bully. So his type of character sticks around a little more often because you know the story. They made a whole episode based around him, bro.
Yeah,
how he's gonna walk by in the hallway and you don't say nothing to him?
No, I'm saying they could have not showed him, but he's still in the school learning. In other words, we know Miss Bliss probably can't help him because he is being transferred. He doesn't know that, so he's finally asking for help. He's finally,
But how you gonna do that though? How you gonna do? Deke is upstairs getting man.
I just said Boy Meets World, bro. People disappear, bro. Teachers Mr. Turner didn't leave, right? Wasn't he down the hallway?
I don't know where Mr. Turner.
Remember they said it was Gus,
he was
right?
a teacher he was a teacher in the school.
Yeah, then they didn't show him no more, and that's when the kid popped up that was like always in the season 1 and 2. He like, hey, where did you go? What you mean? I went class down there. Like nobody goes around there. He like, hey, Mr. Turner, and they're like, oh snap, like they could do it.
I mean,
they could do it. I know it's an old show
because they made Mr. That's a totally different show. Let's get back to this.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's all in the same world, but the episode basically, the best one actually ends when Dick is finally made. He needs help. He's walking in the hallway with Miss Bliss and Screech is capping, bro.
He's talking.
I think he's talking to Mikey. I don't know if is Zach there too, but
it's Zach. It's Zach.
Yeah,
Zach and Mikey.
So he's just saying like, yeah, man, I went in there. I had to do my own thing. I had my Philly shell on him. Yeah, I mean, like, shit was hilarious.
He making this whole big bad thing seem like he did, and he come Mikey and Miss Bliss walk behind him.
Exactly. He just said boom. Right?
I'm at Deke and Miss Bliss walking behind him, and he put his hand on Screech's shoulder.
Yeah, Screech
take off.
Yeah, he like, man, I ain't dealing with this, bro. So
that's how the show ends.
And that's the end of the
episode. That's the episode.
So I guess you say, how do you feel about the main story? Was really no side story here, right?
No.
People having conflict.
Unless you count Lisa and Nikki.
Yeah, they had their little conflict and they ended it. Yeah. That was okay. We didn't really get deep into that, but
Count Belden and Miss Bliss.
Their conflict of how to help the kid.
Yeah. Okay. How to deal with that issue.
And the art teacher and Milo of how we had a lot of different little conflicts around, but nothing got close to the main story of like what to do with and Screech. So how'd you like it? What was you had something to say? You said you're gonna wait to the end.
Yeah. They took that whole he been transferred to like 8 different schools. They used that with AC Slater. They used that with Slater. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't repeat that.
They used that with Slater. That's Slater's story. He's been to 8 different schools because his dad in the military. Blah blah blah.
But the idea of saying the 8 different schools when they could have just
they used that same gimmick. But anyway, this particular episode for me, I did enjoy it. I'm not gonna say I liked it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. Yeah. I didn't think it's a bad episode, but anytime a bully is being involved in a story, it's pretty much going to be cut and dry.
Definitely was a one-time episode deal, right? It's not. It's
going to be. It's going to be like, oh, what's his problem? His problem is Deke's particular problem is he can't read.
Yeah, so
some bullies might be. Some bullies might be, they having home problems. Some bullies might be social. Yeah, exactly. Different issues, but it breaks down to the same thing with a bully. So I think it was good. Could it be better? I mean, it's the 80s. What was I expecting? Breakthrough drama?
No, it is a kid show. Like it's kids acting.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting breakthrough drama, but
Deke got to be like 35 playing like a
he was looking at Miss Bliss. I'm like, damn, he looked like John Travolta in Grease. But for real, he looked like Danny. He did look like Danny Zuko. He looked like Danny Zuko. But I'm watching it, and like I said, I appreciated what the characters brought to this particular episode. Zach in particular, he wasn't that bad. He had his moments.
Zach, and it wasn't focused on Zach. So.
No, this particular episode. No.
Zach was like a side character of a side character because he had no conflict in the whole show.
He was. No, his conflict was
trying to help.
How can he still get over on Screech even though I'm helping him? So it wasn't that bad compared to
it wasn't that bad. He's an angel compared to other Morris
as prior episodes. So, Zach. and Nikki and Lisa, their dynamic in this particular episode wasn't too bad, but they had to, I feel like they couldn't wrap the whole entire episode around Deke and Screech or Deke and Miss Bliss.
Yeah.
I feel like they needed something else to, give the fans something, something else to lean on other than, that's a whole episode based on
one person we not going to see.
About one person that's not Zach Morris. Like, we're not going to see him next week.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Think about that whole episode being predicated and on Deke. And next week he's not on the show no more. You like, yo, like,
it doesn't make sense. Like,
last week he was, and then this week
he's the man.
it's like you hate stuff like that. Even goes into later on in the show. I will get to that when we get there. But
okay, so
how did you feel about this particular episode?
It's been a while since we jumped back in.
Yeah,
and this might sound weird, and even to y'all, like y'all might watch it all together. But people who watched the first couple of videos we did, the first 5, going back into it, this probably could have been the worst episode to jump right back into it without being
going back.
Yeah, because we watched episode 1 through 5 and watched 6. Maybe we'd be a little more okay, but we went right back to 6.
Yeah.
All right, you're not getting the people you love in the show. This character makes sense, but he's not going to be around. You already wrote him off, and it's not like he disappeared and they didn't tell us. They tell us in the episode, he's going to a different school. I don't care if he can't read. They don't speak English over there.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like what they did was literally mind you, like, you got to think back then, right? This character could have been like a lovable character to some people, right?
Yeah.
They're like, damn, I want to know if he ever going to learn how to read.
Exactly.
The next week he's gone. So it's like,
if you at least would have had him around or bring him back and say, all right. But now we know that already. I didn't like it. I didn't hate it, like you said. I think because
I didn't hate it.
I think it gave Screech.
I think it was enjoyable.
It helped build Screech some character, right? Him being prideful and saying, "Look, I understand this happened." I think it helped out help out Screech. I don't think Zach was still Zach. I guess Lisa and Nikki could be stronger after they had a conflict and they said last time they had an argument was 5th grade.
Well, you got to remember, right? You got to remember this is at the end of the day, this is still middle school kids, right?
Yeah.
It's still middle school kids. So they have to have some semblance of dealing with
like
some adult, well, not adult issues, but preteen issues. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, all right. So who's the main character in this episode?
The main character in this episode
is definitely Deke Simmons, right?
It's
Deke. Who's the co-main event? Who's the second main character?
Miss Bliss.
So I thought it was Screech. So I felt like that was my issue. I felt like I should have got more Bliss. They stuck her in there.
The reason I said because of Miss Bliss, because you got to remember, Miss Bliss is
she's the teacher.
Miss Bliss, of course she's the teacher, but I'm saying, like, she's the one who initially
finds out,
sees something in Deke and etc. Tries to pull Mr. Belding in, goes with the conflict with Milo and the art teacher, with the girl. Like, Miss Bliss was always intertwined in through the whole show. No matter what
she was there. She helped out the kids. Right. She helped out Milo. You're right. So they did make it. It still was her show, but they were throwing a spotlight.
This is Good Morning. This is Good Morning Miss Bliss.
Yeah, like, normally she's the main character, or Zach is, and she's the second. They always go back and forth.
Right.
But just the first week is just like it wasn't on none of the main characters. It was a side character we never seen before. Yeah.
Like, you got to remember who's the main. Miss Bliss is the main character. Yes,
you're right.
The kids are the
Zach is the second main character. Yeah, he's the second main. Yeah.
I would think Belding is yeah.
I mean, he could be.
Zach Morris.
I like this Belding better.
The only reason you are leaning towards Zach Morris is because you know the future.
Well, and all the conflicts.
You know the future. You know the future.
I jumped in my DeLorean. You're right. I jumped in my DeLorean.
If you didn't know the future of the show, you wouldn't be saying these things. Like, you know that. Like, it's just some things you have foresight on. You like, oh, I know.
True. So you can't end up. So okay. Yeah. That's factual. That's factual.
Yeah, you thinking of Zach Morris in season 3. That's a whole different person than this
really?
character.
I mean, he's very close to. They're very similar.
Of course, it's the same. No, I'm saying, like, as far as the show concerns, when Saved by the Bell credits come on the 3rd season, he's the first name they show.
Oh, I feel you. Yeah.
Bro,
you know what?
Starring.
You're right about that.
Starring. Like when when you see starring and then it say also, bro, when they put that also, they like, oh yeah, he's the one that we see sometime and again. But when they say starring and they put your picture up there first with the theme song, this is just show, bro.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Bro, think about Good Times and all that, bro. Think about any other show. Think about you want to bring up Boy Meets World. Bro, as soon as Boy Meets World theme song come on, who you see? You see Ben Savage.
Exactly. Corey, bro. What you
mean? You see Ben Savage. So
Philly, bro. No Trailer Parks in Philly though, but Philly, bro.
You see it.
So So again, the main story. Can we get the main story a grade then? Well, how you feel like the main story? The main story is Bliss and Deke, or is it Deke and Screech?
I feel like it's Deke. I feel like it's Deke. Period.
So are we going to rank Deke in this episode? Then how was he?
B+. B+ for the Deke storyline.
I give it a B, even B, but I get you.
B+ for the Deke storyline. The reason I'm giving it a B+ is because it could have, like I said, it could have went dark. It could have got dark.
I actually think it would have been a little better if Miss Bliss was actually like really adamant of like schools keep throwing away kids who need help. But if she would have if that would have been like the real core of the episode, of like, ooh, she's right though. Yeah. But she kind of like leaned on that a little bit, but she kind of went because it was more about other things. But
like I said, B+. Deke showed me some things. Miss Bliss was again there to help the kids, of course. You know, I don't have any. Honestly, I don't have any real complaints about this episode. Yeah, I just didn't. It's just not has been my favorite episode through the show. I was just wrapping up the episode as a whole, giving it a B+. B+. I appreciate what I saw from Deke, Miss Bliss, Zach, Lisa, the other characters. Like I said, I didn't hate the episode. I enjoyed it.
All right, being critical, like looking at it, it's nothing bad compared to the episodes we've seen. Because that's what we got to compare it to.
Mm-hmm.
But still, with something about it.
And again, you got to remember, we deep dove into just another episode. I don't mind you. I don't remember what I said prior. Exactly. I don't remember. It's a lot I don't remember.
The only episode I remember we vividly talking about was the Wall Street episode.
I remember the Wall Street.
I felt like that's really a strong, smart.
That was a really good episode.
Yeah, the stop marking out what year it came out, so that stayed in my mind. So this is like, it's cool, but the real question is it in the win column or the loss column?
Again, I gave it a B+, so for me, that's a W.
So you give it a W?
That's a W.
So you're for.
I'm not gonna grade it. I'm not gonna grade it a B and say, "Oh, y'all look, that episode was terrible." Like,
no, I don't know. It's just like it's weird because it's like we don't do ties. So I was like, man,
gotta have some sense of. It
had heart in the show.
Yeah,
because it was about a real subject that people don't talk about probably at the time, right? We gotta look at that too at the time. What shows?
Well, dyslexic kids was a real thing. It's still a real thing now.
Cosby,
you know, yeah. Because Link, you got to remember, most shows back then all used the same formula, bro. Like they noticed, saw what worked. Yeah, they saw what worked. Like other shows saw what other shows did. Mind you, this is not like today. Bro. Like, say for instance, your show does a show on, let's say, like gang violence, and you see the ratings go up on the network. You're like, yo, we should do an episode on gang violence.
No, like we that's do another show on. Yeah, but I feel you.
Yeah, we should do an episode where it's based around gang violence.
Yeah.
Oh, they doing drugs. Oh, let's do an episode about drugs.
Okay.
Oh, they doing domestic violence. Let's do it. Yeah, because again, you had a week to prepare. Like, instead of you got a whole season already laid out, you don't know what this show is going.
No, they already have like 5 episodes laid out, and after that, they keep adding on, depending on what the fans say.
Oh yeah, that's how
this character. Okay, working. We're going to take this character out.
Yeah, and then you got to remember, shows was getting canceled at a very high rate back then, even now. But shows was getting canceled like at a very high rate back then.
They had a little bit of slots to have a show, so everybody.
You had ample opportunity for your show to be good back then. Exactly. Like now, bro. Even while we watch shows now, you You like, damn, they said they're giving this show 10 episodes. Why is already 5 loaded up? Crazy, right? You be like, damn, like you don't even know if it's good, but they letting you know this show is good. Here's the whole season.
Yeah, you're like, whoa.
This show is good.
Not giving you 1 episode, you might leave.
No.
3.
But that's how I'm feeling about that particular episode, man.
So you're going 4 and 2 for the season so far?
I'm going 6 episodes, 4 up, 2 down.
So I'm conflicted, but I think it's good. So I can't say it's bad. So it's not the least because I'm going 5 and 1. I got 1 episode I didn't like.
Okay.
So I'm going 5 and 1. It's a good season so far. We know they switch everything up, of course, when it comes to Saved by the Bell, and it's nice to try to compare maybe how the characters change or didn't change.
I mean, but the good thing is we still got a long way to go before we even get there.
Oh yeah. We got
you got a long way to go before.
I think how many episodes is there? I think it's only
you got a long one.
Is it that long? Yeah, it probably be that long.
Yeah, we got a long way to go.
About it right now. It's not that bad. It's 13 episodes in the first season. So.
That's a long way to go.
Yeah. So we're close to halfway there, right? We are
close to the halfway point.
Yeah. So in the middle of the season, they looking good. They already lost 2 games to you. They got 4, so they looking good.
They looking good.
Yeah. So I don't know how to even end this video. It's a okay episode. I would say it's not one of the best, but it's nowhere near one of the worst.
Yeah.
Solid storyline. That's it.
Solid storyline. I think we got more. I think, of course, there's more to see. Good morning, Miss Bliss. I guess I don't know what to tell you guys. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell, and let us know what you think about Good Morning, Miss Bliss or Saved by the Bell as a whole. We definitely would love to hear from you guys.
Yes. I guess we catch y'all
on the next one.